Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for October the 2nd, 2022. So in the pre-shuffle, you had the Shaman to come out, Ancient Healing of Wisdom. Up under there, you have Movement. I'm sorry about that. Then we have the Lotus Flower. Some of you can be a Libra or a Taurus. October the 16th for me and my channel, Vedic Sidereal, the sun will be in Libra, okay, along with Venus, and also K2 is already there. Make sure you take a look at the past two readings, really the past four readings of, we talked a lot about K2 and Rahu and about Venus, and had a big discussion yesterday regarding the eclipse. Okay. That, call upon your ancestors and your past loved ones for healing at this time, and also for the wisdom that you need to unfold. I do feel that things will start moving. Of course, today, October the 2nd, Mercury is going direct, Vedic Sidereal, but we still want to give it an extra 5 days, okay, for it to kind of get stable, even though it wasn't potentially going retrograde in movement. It was just that Mercury was closer to the Earth, okay? I hope by Mercury going direct, this technology, the computers, the laptops, the phone, the internet, it also may just be Mercury. I really feel like I talked about yesterday, it being the eclipse that is coming up on October the 25th. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of technological problems with the internet. It could be one of our or some of our satellites being affected by the hurricane, because you also can see the hurricane from the solar system out in space. So that's how tremendous, right? Gigantic, humongous, very, I can't even find the proper words for it, because it brings so much destruction to us here anytime we have volcanoes and hurricanes and tornadoes, right? I don't want to get too deep into that right now, but we have something that will be unfolding that's for your unconditional love. Now, it don't necessarily have to be a love relationship or a partnership, business or platonic or love, okay? But something is unfolding within you. Now, this goes back to what I was talking about again, is what I'm channeling here is about the K2. Remember, K2 is about spirituality. Rahu is our karma, okay? So Rahu is in Aries, K2, spirituality, is in Libra. I feel that this is time. Okay. Every time I think it's going to be quick, it goes longer. I feel that K2 is working on you right now for your soul aspect. Okay. It's time for you to get more healing when it comes to you, yourself, and I, who you are as a spirit and a soul. Now, a lot of people that may come across this video or around the world, okay, may not be very spiritual type of people. Maybe they pray when they feel that they need it, or when something's going wrong, or they feel threatened or in danger or in harm, or something or somebody harms their family, then they want to, break out a prayer. It goes deeper than that. Okay. And with the reading and K2 being in Libra, Vedic Sidereal, okay, that hasn't been there in 18 years. It's a new shift for you, because 18 years ago, up until 18 years now, you're moving on with your life, right? You're getting older and older and older. And soon, a lot of us, okay, will not be on this earth anymore. We will be in our soul's aspect. We will be back into our spiritual form. Because right now, we're in a human shell. Okay? So whatever your religious denomination is asking you to move closer into it. Let it illuminate you, the sun. It's going to be something that is going to bring you a aha moment. You must follow your instinct here. Some of you are Taurus. Yeah, and then Mars. Thank you, angels. Okay, it reminded me that's my Taurus card. That's why I said that. Everybody have certain things in their deck that reminds them or something, okay? So this is my Taurus card, following your instinct. Mars will be or is already retrograde in Taurus, okay? So some of you may not or... Oh, goodness. Why is everybody calling me as soon as I get on the internet? I tell you, Mercury going direct. Hey, Linda. Mercury going direct already. Everybody calling me as soon as I want to get on the phone. I mean, not on the phone. Well, I am on the phone. I'm talking to y'all. Come on now. Where was I? Believe in the power of grace. When you least suspect it, a new door is going to open for you, and the light of that grace is going to illuminate your next step. So you must follow your instinct when it does. Okay? Because with that Mars in retrograde, some of you may miss the door. Some of you may miss the opportunity. Okay, that needs to unfold and give you that movement from any type of dangerous, harmful, emotional, unconnecting type of relationship, partnership, business partnership, living type of situation, marriage, whatever it may be for you. Okay, it's time to heal yourself from this. It's time to move on. Next step. Now, every time somebody put out a card ain't about no darn relationship. Okay, everybody has a lot of stuff going on in their life rather than love. So whatever I'm speaking about to you, apply it to your situation. Okay, now we did have these, and see there, the fighter, hostility, the Aries energy. Some of you, it depends on how your chart is and how you're governed by Mars. Some of you going to have this energetic action, the movement, after you get this illuminated idea or confirmation is the word that they're giving me. Some of you may act hostile or already is in a very hostile environment, a very hostile resentment, feeling insecure about a person, a situation that you're in right now, feeling very angry. And some of you may be very hostile because the Mars activates you like that. Then we have some people, right, that Mars kind of deactivates. So pretend whoever you are as a person in your personal chart, the sun needs to illuminate for the people who will become less domicile, okay, when it comes to Mars energy. Some people are going to be turned up right here, all right? Very aggressive, very offensive, also can be very defensive, ready to stand their ground, ready to, bark back at you as soon as you say something, right? Ready to discuss, because the sword is in the upright position. So you also need to be very aware of other people. Yes, you need to be very aware of other people and their attitudes. It's also telling you with Mars going that is retrograde, some people can start to turn on you, where that they were very, the lotus flower here, thank you angels, okay, very loving, unconditional, very passionate, wanting to be a great communicator, wanting to express all this love and intimacy and everything like that. And then as we go toward this eclipse and also aspecting Mars for some of you in your chart, here we go with the hostility. Okay, probably not wanting to be around you, not wanting, or the words that they are choosing to use, feeling very, some people also can be coming up with courage when they were very undecisive. Okay, so depending on your situation, now somebody may be getting illuminated. And even if they mean the best, unconditional love, and they're not meeting any harm, with that Mars energy in retrograde for them or for you, it can come across very hostile, very direct, right? Not very encouraging, because this card also with the Mars in retrograde for me is coming across like this person is trying to survive, right? He's standing there fighting for his life right now. He could have like 25 people coming at him with swords. You know, he's in the middle of the woods. It's by his he's getting enlightenment also himself, because his helmet is off. Okay, so he's getting the illumination, the downloads. He's using his instinct. Thank you, angels. The card I showed you right there, the wolf. He's acting and being like a wolf, following his instincts. And this person and or you could also be fighting for your survival right now. That's why I also say that it's time for movement very soon, because you don't want to sit or sit in that energy of feeling unstable. Because for some of you, it's a sense of codependency, that sense of feeling and being ungrounded. You could also be lacking energy, but for this soldier here, this warrior, he has no time to lack energy. If he has 20 soldiers coming at him, okay, that's wanting to fight him with swords, so he's fighting for his life. So some of you also could be just fighting for your life or your survival, your sense of stability, your sense of support, whether it comes about money, job, career, switching of a job or a career, moving, right? Another city, state, country. It could be 5 or 6 blocks away. It's just that something that has been keeping you unstable, even in your marriage or who you're living with. Do I want to start dating again? Can I trust this person? You know, you also could be feeling this very survival type of energy. So now we have victory in reverse. And with that warrior energy, that is connected to, thank you, angels, the solar plexus chakra, because that is containing your wisdom and your power, where your strength lies. Okay. Now, some of you with this unconditional love, this lotus flower here, you may have been acting like either you're seeking or needing approval in some type of way. Whether it's the way that you're acting on the job, whether the way that you're acting in school, because some people are in college or universities, online or physically. It could be in a love relationship. Even if you're married, you could be coming across very, needing of more compassion, more attention, more nurturing, more caring. And the other person is acting very defensive. Don't have time for you right now. Could also be putting a lot of time and, energy into their work. Or are they? Because last night, we had the card to come out. Seek the understanding of why you're multitasking and trying to act like you're so busy. Like somebody is avoiding a situation. Okay. Now, again, I want to remind you, unfortunately, this eclipse is going to give you enlightenment about things that needs to be shed from your life, because it's time for movement. It's time for movement. Okay. Now we have a woman holding a coin. Some of you can have earth placements. That was quick. And cornucopia, what came out last night, again in reverse. And this card too. So make sure y'all go and watch yesterday's reading. We had the carrying connection and the cornucopia to come out. And also the movement card from yesterday. So a lot of us is still in this energy that is unfolding for us. This is a spiritual time for us to heal. Remember that K2 is about your past life. I ain't talking about your past life just from 3 years ago, but K2 is or does move every 18 years. So something that was supposed to happen for you, or a close connection for some of you that you thought that was going to come together, or be with the person that you thought you was going to be with, or marry, or have a child with. Think back 18 years. What type of relationship were you in? Who were you dating? Where were you working? Woman holding a coin. What type of job? Were you in school? Now, obviously, I'm talking to the people who are 40 and up, because if you're 20 and up, that means you was only 2 when K2 and Rahu moved. Okay, so you now, who were 2 years old back then, I don't know if my YouTube channel will still be up 18 years from now, but log this into your memory, because when K2 and Rahu moves again for you, okay, this is the energy that you're going to be reflecting back on now, what you're going through, your money type of situation, your emotional and spiritual healing. Are you going to be able to move once you get this enlightenment? Okay, with moving forward, because this is what K2 and Rahu wants you to do. Rahu is bringing back your karma, okay? But K2 is bringing back your past life energy. Whether you believe in past life or not, it don't matter, because once you do move from this realm, it's not going to matter in this time period right now, in this current moment, if you believe in it or not, because you'll already be passed over into the next realm, correct? But something that you need, or something that is promised to you, okay, by your ancestors and by your chart, past life, is the karma and the spirituality that you must unfold into now. That's why movement is very important for you to have. Wow, we got daughter spirit in the upright today. This was the card last night that came in reverse. So I'm not really surprised that a lot of cards are repeating right now. Okay, so let's get to it. For some of you, this is going to be a new job opening, or some type of monetary support that is coming for you, okay, that's going to help move you forward. So some of you, if you have applied for some type of assistance in some type of way, also could be a salary increase, a bonus increase. It wasn't meant for you at the time that you needed it, but it was meant for you and unfold for you at the time that it was supposed to move. Now, also according to how these planets been, look at there, 9 of Pentacles and the Tower. How these planets been retrograding and moving forward, and Saturn, okay, Saturn is still retrograde, Vedic sidereal, in Capricorn, okay, and he will be moving back to Aquarius around October the 22nd, I believe, around that time. Let me make sure for that, because around that energy, 3 days later is when we're having the eclipse. So I'm not surprised I had just seen this. Yeah, October the 22nd. So a lot of things will be coming into a sense of victory for you, okay, that will help to move your money forward. Things that is associated with you regarding money, support, and a sense of stability. Also your home. Because it is some blessings that has been withheld from you. I see it here. But it wasn't time for it to unfold, unfortunately, because it was still some things, daughter spirit here, that you needed to see, that you needed to go through. Past life, K2. Okay. It's like you're understanding the unfoldment of your past life and this life. And you're also answering some of that issues or karma that's being illuminated to you of, I don't understand why I'm going through this. I don't understand how all of a sudden my money is this. I don't understand how all of a sudden I'm married, but now we're talking divorce, or I've been single, but I'm healing faster, and now I feel like I'm ready to move on with my life and to incorporate marriage in. A sense of stability. Nine of Pentacles going into this Queen of Pentacles. There we go. The Tower and the Ten of Cups. As soon as I cut it. I told you, moving in emotional, spiritual, soulful, okay, that is supposed to unfold for you now in this lifetime. Most likely, if the shaman is here, you didn't receive it in the last. This is why you, thank you, angels. This is why you fight so hard as this soldier over here, this warrior for love the way that you do. Because you missed it. You didn't get a victory in your past life. Cornucopia in reverse. This is why Caring Connections is here. You're ready to fight. This is what you have been doing for love so much. Trying to move it forward, but it don't work. Also trying to bestow your blessings that's yours into Caring Connections, but all you get in reciprocation is hostility. This is you remembering through your soul, okay? And what's built into your feelings and emotions spiritually is in your DNA, the shaman here, because it's part of your past life. But it's due to you to unfold, but you have to understand to let stuff go. The eclipse. You have to understand when it's time to move, it's time to move. But so many people get comfortable. Queen of Coins here. Okay. They get so comfortable where that they don't fully heal enough to understand and see that it's time to move on from a person. And then once you heal and move on, you fight to get the person back. Because of how you see them, how they may be with somebody else, how they may came up monetarily, or they got a house or a fancy car, or they're, they giving out money to girls for shopping, all this material sense of victory, when really it's a spiritual connection is what you're looking for. Look at it, the heart. It's a spiritual connection. It's two souls that are recognizing two souls that's wanting to be this, the Tower. A sudden aha moment, a sudden revelation, realization. Spiritually, soulfully. This card is saying to walk through the door of spirit. Now, since I have this in my hand, for the people who do not know, I did put out a message in my community tab. My son's grandfather passed away yesterday. And it came out in the reading that we had on 9/28, the last 15 minutes of the reading. When I pulled the death card, and first I said a mother and somebody may be getting a house or pertaining to a will or inheritance. Then I paused because something came over me, and then I said a father and or a grandfather. Okay, that is the Tower next to the Ten of Cups. He is my ex-husband, but I married him when I came out of high school. Okay, but I haven't seen him in like over 20 years. My child's father, my ex-husband. But his parents, my ex-husband parents, they always still loved me. They always still was very respectful to me. And I have no ill feelings regarding them. My son's grandmother passed a couple of years ago. And then his grandfather went to a assisted living home. And he also caught COVID last year, but I don't know how that affected in his passing of yesterday. I think once his wife passed, that was kind of like the Tower moment of the final of the Ten of Cups. It's usually like that. My mother passed first in the 2006. My father passed the next year. Now, they weren't married anymore, but it seems like, thank you, angels, the door to spirit, to the Tower, to the Ten of Cups. You do have a spiritual connection, whether you want to or not, to a person who you feel is a Ten of Cups, who you do take time to marry. Okay. And I feel that my child's grandparents was married over 40 years or something. Okay. So I already knew when she left that he wasn't going to. The Star card and a Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment for you. Okay. Like I'm saying, somebody's D9 is also opening up here, marriage chart. But I just want to still, none of my family or his family is going to see these readings, but I still want to send out condolences to my son and to his sisters, because it was still part of our family. And that's the end of the Tower and the Ten of Cups for their last name of the family, of them, for the monarchs. Right? Because next it will be my son's father, his brother, and his sister that will now be the monarchs for anybody else up under them. They were the last two of the 1920s, 30s, 40s, whenever they were born. Not quite sure, but around that time period. You understand? Yeah. All right. The Emperor, father, grandfather, husband. This Emperor, you also see, this is Rahu. This is Rahu that's in Aries right now. You could have some very strong business ideas. You also could be a masculine where that you're ready to receive now. Okay, because the lotus flower is a receiving energy. It's a receiving flower. Is unconditional. With the victory here in reverse, you, first, divine masculines, you could be wanting now to find partnership. The Tower to the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups to the Star card. Some of you, your divine masculines, your marriage chart, D9, Vedic Sidereal, your Navamsha is opening here. It's time for it. Because this will help to complete you as an emperor, okay, with this victory card in reverse. You may have businesses, you may be very important in your job or your career or your status or in public eye, but even if you were divorced before, you are now as an emperor ready to make this type of decision and take charge, because you DNA connected to the shaman here, okay, that it's time for you for this. A lot of you masculines feel it unfolding, and you want this sixth sense of victory before your door of spirit. Okay, it's like spirit, K2, right? Rahu, both right here, is calling you to walk through this door and finally let this unfold for you. It's time. The shaman, you've been blessed with this. It's part of your karma. Okay, because everybody in their karma is not meant to be an emperor. Same thing. Everybody, right, that's on this earth don't want to own a business. They're not functionable enough to be an emperor, to take charge, to rule nations, to run businesses, to be a father, to execute and project as a father. Now we have all type of people that be intimate and becomes a father, but that doesn't mean that they were ready as an emperor to take charge and direct, okay? To provide healing, to provide unconditional and compassionate love. That's a victory. That's what your spirit soul is here for you to do. Right? We also have a woman holding a coin. Some of you can be a Capricorn with the Aries placement in your chart, such as a ascendant or a moon, your Venus, your Mars energy. Okay, so Emperor, also Aries energy, could be also looking at a Virgo or a Capricorn, can also be a Taurus, because I got the lotus flower up here as an empress. Now, this is not the empress card, but with this 3 combination right here, to me, it is. This emperor is looking for a healing from a divine feminine as a mate. Hi, Christina. Hey, Capricorn. So we now have 8 of Cups again. For some of you, unfortunately, this eclipse will be taking a father, a grandfather, or, you know, a masculine energy. Can be your baby daddy, a ex-husband, a brother, a uncle. Somebody as a masculine energy, okay? And I'm also can be talking to the divine feminine here, because we also got masculine energy in us. A lot of us are entrepreneurs as women. We get in there, we fight for what we want. We take, unfortunately, charge when it comes to love and relationships, because we have a lot of masculines that we're in relationships with that don't take charge. Okay, so this also could be a divine feminine that their masculine energy is coming out now and is ready for movement to achieve and have this sense of victory, a sense of illumination that this is what I want, which is stability. I want something that is stable, something that is a level of true support to me. So this woman holding a coin also could be walking away from who can still be an emperor, but maybe he wasn't executing himself as an emperor. He also could have been, unfortunately, failing in different victories or opportunities, not taking movement when the opportunities was coming for them. And the woman holding the coin here was doing just that. The woman holding the coin. Okay. And now she's ready to walk away because we're all on a time limit, right? So once you get that illumination, it's like door to spirit. Like, this is not spiritually, soulfully, I feel, is cornucopia to me. And I'm not talking about monetarily. Cornucopia in reverse here is the blessings that you do receive when you are in the right connection. When you are in the right connection and you're not fighting, arguing, okay? It's not only about intimacy or hooking up or third party situations that maybe you don't know anything about, but this is what your emperor is doing to you because maybe they're prestige, maybe they have money, they're flex, they're a part of, you know, a highlight in society, whatever the case may be. And the woman holding the coin that's exactly what she's doing because she's married or dating an emperor, and she's just supposed to sit there and make her feel comfortable because he gave her a coin. But that has nothing to do with spiritual love. Yes. So the caring connection now is what this person, hey Melissa, is wanting to walk away from, masculine or divine feminine, okay? Because it's emotionally draining. Now, this also could be a situation that you're dealing with regarding business, career, you know, your job, where you work, dealing with family members or at home. Walking into a King of Cups. Ouch. That's a low blow. Now, let me iterate something real quick. Remember that the emperor is all of the kings in the tarot. Okay? The emperor is the King of Cups, Swords, Pentacles, and Wands. All of those kings is and the Hermit. Okay? The Hermit, I tell y'all all the time, the Hermit is the emperor. When the emperor is, thank you, angels. When the emperor is wanting to understand something spiritually, don't know the answer, wanting to turn inside to get that clarity, that wisdom, whatever your religious denomination is, okay, to invoke into prayer, to talk to God, you know, to give me answers, give me leadership. Remember, because emperors does truly, really runs nations. So this can be a president, this can be an emperor, you know, this can be a man of the cloth, of the faith, a bishop, you know, any spiritual, because this combination here also is a man of the cloth, a faith believer, a preacher, a pastor, a bishop, what do you call it? I forgot. Also can be the Pope, whoever. Okay. Also could be a president, a vice president, somebody that does truly also runs nations. Okay. So having that type of making those type of decisive energy, because the emperor always is going to try and do what's right for everybody, whether it's their spouse, their children, their job as being a CEO or a leadership, and also a nation. Okay, something this emperor, and you also could be a divine feminine, right? We have a vice president now that's a divine feminine in the United States, okay? But they don't want this anymore, because K2 is bringing the door to spirit out, okay? So this emperor is putting aside the materialism and what it stands for, and seeking something, thank you, angels, for him or herself now. Walking away from something that has been emotionally unhappy. Remember, I broke the deck and we had the Tower and the Ten of Cups. This is the emperor understanding this enlightenment, illumination, this aha moment. Okay. The Tower moments are spiritual enlightenments. Thank you, angels. Okay, before I'm going to put the other card down, the emperor is walking away from something that is emotionally unsatisfied, you know, causing him or her stress, maybe also causing anxiety, worryation, hostility. And now is choosing, right, to walk into this flower. Now, the lotus flower stands for unconditional love, compassion, confidence, truth, enlightenment, emotional connection, spiritual connection. That's why it's the cups. The cups are always emotions and feelings, right? All right. Your last two cards is the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, which is already over here. Broken heart, but it's mending. Hi, baby. That's my little girl. Okay. So, Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody don't have the same type of, somebody has probably also stopped sending those little, hey, how you doing? Good morning, beautiful, good night. How are you feeling today? And everything like that, right? Because they're becoming more serious now. So whoever you may be waiting on, Page of Swords here, you're going to get that communication. Yep. Card from last night, guidance. I'm telling you that Emperor now is getting guidance spiritually, okay, to walk away from past things, all type of nouns, okay, into something, into something that is more emotionally stable, where that he or she can finally understand and see love and to leave this heartbreak behind. So unfortunately for some of you, you may get a message from this person that they don't want to do this anymore. They're breaking up, especially around closer to the eclipse on October the 25th. Some of you are already going through this. Some of you are already getting this guidance to end it. because it's time for your rebirth, the movement here. And it may happen very hostile. It may be very, an aggressive action or move on the way it gets done, whether it's you or somebody else that's doing it because they're walking towards you. Told you they're spiritually being guided now. Okay. For some of you, it can be somebody that may be from 18 years ago. Okay. Page of Swords. They could be, found out some information through a family, a friend. They could have researched you, found you on social media. Yeah, because they're ready to come out of this maze. Whoever that they were dealing with, or you that had them as this heartbreak, kept deliberate. I think that's how you say it. They kept having them going around in the maze and a maze and a maze and a maze. Okay. And finally, the Emperor is ready to make a choice spiritually and go after something that makes them happy now. The first part of their life or that situation with those other people, and that also could be a job. It also could be the people, friends, the type of friends that they was hanging around. It also could be somebody that is retiring here, okay? Because the Emperor holds or did hold a long-term position, and now they're retiring, going to be able to do King of Cups, walking right into the King of Cups, things that they want to do now as hobbies, as relaxation, spending more time with their children and spouse, right? King of Cups, very emotionally satisfied and happy. The last card is sudden wealth. Bottom of the deck, fluidity, prosperity, abundance. I want to remind you that the cornucopia, what I started to say a little while ago, it's not just about money. Your blessings is contained on how you listen to your soul and your spirituality, your intuition, on how you be guided down your own journey. Yes, we do get sidetracked, okay, and have people to walk us around in the maze and a maze and a maze, and we keep trying to find our way out mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Daughter Spirit is always going to help you, okay, to get you out of that. The guidance here is guiding you through this door of opportunity. And remember that cornucopia is about your blessings. Your blessings, the shaman here, the door spirit that is part of you, like your DNA, your life purpose, K2. This is what us is going to start to understand now, that we're being guided here into our spiritual path, who we are. Some of you, this is really dealing about your career or your job. Some of you may, Emperor, work somewhere 10 years, and now you're ready to walk away. Like the snap of a finger, the Tower moment next to that 10 of Cups. And them people like, well, he or she been here like 15 years. I can't believe they just up and quit the same day. Yep. Daughter Spirit. Because you're understanding spiritually, and what you're being guided to here is to live and fulfill your life purpose. That is what your karma is. Okay. And if it took 18 years for Rahu and Ketu to move, for you to understand that and to quit that and to get yourself out of this maze, then the time is now. Page of Swords. You could be also really on computers or phones or tablets or doing a lot of research for the things that you are looking to walk into now. Whether it is, putting in applications. Some of you is leaving some type of psychological, like a professor working at a university, a doctorate. Some of you also are graduating with a doctorate degree or some type of PhD. And now you can be able to do the things that you love to do, because now you have finally finished school. This also could be why this cornucopia is here, cornucopia, and the fish. Some of you also are Pisces here. Now we have pride. You know, the emperor always gonna have pride. But now this is why the Eight of Cups is in between the King of Cups, because the emperor needs to leave the pride out of this. This is a soulful, spiritual transition, transformation to finally get a chance, okay? Because a lot of you not going to have chances for another 18 to 30 years. The way that these planets is moving, especially if you got Saturn, the way Saturn is placed in your chart. Some of you, if you don't get married or engaged around in this time period, it won't be until another 30 years. Okay, so some of you are going to have to let this pride go. They also can have Leo, or you can have Leo in your chart, Scorpio. Alchemy, you are the magician. You are the creator of what you need to create. And courage, called out Leo. There you go. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, some people will have the courage to do this because of Mars being retrograde in Aries, okay? And some people will not have the courage to do this. But make sure you check your pride, because some of you also, again, can be Pisces, or this is why Jupiter is retrograde in Pisces. But when will it be going forward? Let me check for you. Make sure you're writing down these time and periods that I'm giving you. November the 23rd. So some of you are going to have a decision to make, or a decision will be made about your schooling, your marriage, your job placement, a relationship, a new person. Okay. And also a person you're dealing with, and or ex. By November the 23rd, some of you, this is why the sudden wealth is here with the cornucopia. Some of you will be in a new love relationship. And the Three of Swords here, you will be leaving all that other stuff behind. It goes like this. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching. Again, please go and watch that video from last night. It was very informative. A lot of cards that came out today was in the reading from last night. And we really talked a lot about K2. We broke that down. You can also go and watch any of my past readings from last year, the year before last, 3 years ago. Readings never expire, okay? But look for a reading in my playlist regarding an eclipse in the title, okay? And see how it resonates for you at this time, all right? Thank y'all so much, and I'll see you next time.